Hello my friends, my name is Tim Johnson. You join me after I've just finished a tough training session in my local gym, and I'm standing in a goal mouth here on this massive AstroTurf pitch, and it's quite apt really, because in this video I want to quickly talk about three really important things: how to get out of addiction and what you need to get out of it, to get out of addiction, about goal setting and the correct way to do that and how important it is, and something entitled 1985. In my last video, and please have a look at it, I'll link it to this video at the end, I talked about a couple of really important things that you needed to realise and to put in place before you made change in your life. But in this one, quickly, I want to just say that getting out of addiction involves a mantra that I used to say to myself on a daily basis, which I discovered, which I never really committed to in the past because it was all about making excuses. Getting out of addiction is going to mean, and any positive change, making any positive change in your life is going to mean certainly discomfort, maybe pain. Addiction is another level. It means you've got to grit your teeth, and like I said in my last video, it's about a battle and a warrior mentality and getting through that pain. And that's getting through is what I just want to say now, because to get out of addiction, to get out of anything, you have to go through it. You have to go through pain. You have to go through withdrawal. You have to go through discomfort and change and all of these things. To get out, you need to go through. And that may sound extremely simple, but it isn't. You know it isn't, and I know it isn't. To get that into my mind, I had to involve the things I talked about in my last video, which was realising I needed change. I had to want change really badly, and I had to seek help. But then I had to realise I have to go through. I had to go through withdrawal, and I had to go through early recovery and pain and discomfort. And to help you do that, goals are extremely important. And I didn't know how to set proper goals in my early recovery. Many years, trying to get sober, trying to make positive change in my life. Goal setting, I didn't realise the importance of it. If anything, I set my goals too high, and they were unachievable consistently, which is extremely demotivating and sets you back and can lead to relapse, can lead to old habits setting back in, etc. To set goals properly, particularly in withdrawal and early recovery, they have to be tiny. They have to be achievable on a consistent basis. And what that does, scientifically, this is proven. If you're achieving even tiny little baby step goals, it releases a burst of oxytocin and endorphins and dopamine into your system, which gives you that feel-good factor, that sense of achievement, that motivation to move forward, to build strength, and to perhaps set more achievable, harder goals eventually when you're ready. But you need to be achieving the tiny ones consistently. And I'll tell you what mine were in withdrawal and early recovery, a selection of them. It's really important to write them down on paper. Look at them every day. Tick them off when you've done them on a daily basis. And they were things initially for me, like particularly in withdrawal, like not touching a drink or a drug, and I'll call it drink or a drug, for 24 hours. Drinking 1.5 litres of water on a daily basis. Going for a 10-minute walk in the fresh air on a daily basis. And making my bed daily. Doing my teeth, having a shave, having a shower. All these things came in. Initially, it might have been 1 or 2 of those for the first week or two. Achieving them consistently for 7 days and ticking them off, and then going on to another 3, of those tiny goals. Building up and building up and building up confidence and strength. And, that's what goal setting's all about. And that will help you go through, as I talked about. Getting out and going through. It'll help you through the pain. It'll motivate you. It'll get you through that early recovery. The goals build up over the months, the weeks, the months. They get bigger and bigger and bigger, hopefully, and your strength builds up until you're at the stage 4 years later now that I'm at. And this is when I want to talk about 1985. And this is a weird one, isn't it? 1985, 35 years ago, was the year I got married. It was also the year of Live Aid, and those younger ones amongst you might not even remember that, but certainly the older ones will. Live Aid was a coming together of humanity, of human beings. And it was led by a man called Bob Geldof, who was a rock star at the time. And there was a famine in Africa and people were dying. You know, and people had forgotten these people because obviously we live in our comfortable countries, America, Canada, Europe, you know, Africa seems so far away, and these people were literally dying in thousands and thousands and thousands because there was no food, no water, no hygiene, there was disease, all sorts of stuff going on. And what Bob Geldof did, revolutionary, he brought humanity together by getting lots of very famous people, rock bands, to play in America and in England, and raised money, millions and millions of pounds, an amazing achievement. Brought that focus together and made people realise that we are all human beings. Doesn't matter about race, age, nationality, whatever circumstances are, gender, sex, whatever, we're human beings and we should care about each other. And I always remember, you know, when the money stopped coming in, and he, on live television, he shouted out, "Get your fucking money out." He was Irish, that was a poor Irish accent, but shocked everyone into doing that. I'm not for a minute comparing what I'm doing on the 5th of March with that, but I'm going to walk 1,000 miles in 50 days, and I'm doing it for a charity that stops people dying on the streets, addiction and mental health issues, pulls them out and gives them a second chance, gives rough sleepers somewhere to sleep, 3,000 of them every night. And it doesn't matter what country you're from watching this, whether it's Europe, America, Canada, wherever you are. This is human beings we're talking about. And in every one of those countries I've mentioned, all over the world, people are dying on the streets because they haven't got a bed to sleep in, a roof over their head. They're suffering from mental health and addiction problems, which we can all empathise with. And if it hadn't been for the support of my family, that's where I would have been. So please have a look at the link below this. Just read the description of what I'm doing, trying to raise awareness and raise money for a charity, and every single penny will go to these people to help them. So please help wherever you can. Whatever you can afford to give, please give. And help some fellow human beings to have a second chance of life. Thank you for listening to this video. Carpe diem. Much love to you all. Take care. Bye.